Thanks, man. Let's talk some business, folks. And for that, let's bring back in brilliant businesswoman, Vice President of the Commonwealth Foundation and fellow Independent Women's Forum, Jennifer Stefano, and our Money Man business and markets analyst and Newsmax contributor, Seth Denson. So welcome back to both of you guys. Let's take a look at the markets, okay? The Dow Jones backs, much of its gains yesterday, ending the day way more than 532 points. The Nasdaq and the S&P also landing in negative territory, though. But Seth, is this due to Omicron, tornadoes, the impending doom of the zombie apocalypse? I mean, like, what is it nowadays?
It's all of the above, Carl. Listen, we've talked about this on air multiple times, and I've said that the stock market is volatile in large part because there's a lot of emotion there. It's not based on business fundamentals right now. As we said in the earlier segment, it's not a lot of places to put your money, so you put it in the stock market. Stock market's overvalued. When you have Omicron, when you have tornadoes, you have all this. But I will tell you, I think the biggest mover this week was the Fed. We saw a rise initially, recognizing the Fed is actually starting to do their job. But then investors started to pull back a little bit, recognizing that interest rates mean that the stock market's going to get back into alignment. So I would expect we start to see the stock market trickle down over the next year.
Yeah, no, there's a big interesting thing. The stock market is something I don't even pretend to try to understand everything about it. But the other thing, too, which is greatly affected by a number of policies and also speculation of where we might go with the COVID wars and things like that, cereal, just leave my Kellogg's alone. Now it's saying it struck a second tentative deal with workers who've been out of the picket line for months. So they, as you know, they've been striking because workers' rights and things like that. But the walkout will go on until rank and file union members ratify the agreement. Jennifer, is Kellogg desperate here? Is this another one of those trying to bring Irving back at the last second for the away games? Is that what it is?
Yeah, look, I think all employers, all job creators are struggling right now to fill positions. We really do have an underrepresentation in the workforce of all the people that could be out there working in the United States. And so you're going to see employers making deals to get employees. You're going to see them giving higher wages. And yes, I think you're going to see situations where the big job creators and employers are doing things that they normally wouldn't do in what we call regular times. Although I'm not really sure in a post-COVID world, I can say there is going to be normal times, right? I don't think that's a thing anymore.
Yeah, well, FedEx is among those two people too. They're licking its wounds after, hundreds of millions of dollars of losses. And I can say, like, I own a company that deals in shipping, and shipping costs are way up. So you know what we've done? We've found alternative things. But the company says it's bouncing back after offering higher pay. Now, the stress of the seasonal wage increase, they're saying it's here to stay. But I got to say, Seth, is this something that is going to affect us at the bottom line, at the end of the consumer line?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Listen, margins don't get squeezed, they get moved. And what's going to happen here is ultimately FedEx is going to have to move those margins back to the consumer, higher shipping costs. And you got to recognize FedEx does a lot of small business shipping and large business shipping as well. So that's going to get passed along in the consumer goods. Inflation is already there. FedEx also has another problem that really the entire supply chain problem has is we don't have enough truckers. And as such, that's going to cripple those folks as well and make that market inflated.
Yeah, but what's crazy too, Seth, is that they've had, during this whole time, prices have been going consistently up and up and up. You've had inflation and things like that. And let's say things normal out. The price of fuel is still 60, 70% higher. It's really, there's nothing to fall back down to. So the American people, I think you're right, it just gets shifted onto us. So Spider-Man, okay? Spider-Man, can it save the box office? The Spider-Man No Way Home, the latest in the movie franchise, is expected to be the largest movie debut since the pandemic. So Jennifer, remember this, the great power comes great responsibility. Can this web dude do it again?
So I'll just say that first came in the Bible and then Spider-Man took it, but I just wanted to throw that out there. I think, look, Marvel Universe is one of the few areas in Hollywood that tends to do a great job, that tends to put up big returns and big profits for those that invest. But overall, Hollywood has become rather uncreative, uninspired, unable to tell a story, and very myopic in their worldview and highly political. Yeah. And I think there's a reason people aren't buying it. Also, people have changed. You have these beautiful big TVs now in the home. You have fabulous screens, and you have technology, and a comfy couch is a comfy couch.
Right.
So I really think that Hollywood needs to look at how much things have changed and if they want people to come out, they have to change what an actual movie theater is and the experience people are getting.
Online streaming is crushing the box office. So real quick, I got a couple seconds left for you, Seth. Michael Jordan ticket stub from his 1984 NBA debut game fetching $264,000 at auction for a piece of little tiny paper. The highest price for a sporting ticket ever sold at auction. Seth, what's your take on this?
Hey, listen, I'm just glad it's not an NFT or whatever that garbage is. I mean, this is a real tangible thing. I would never pay for it. I can't afford it. But nonetheless, at least it's a tangible thing. I'm still on hopes that I can find that Mickey Mantle rookie card hidden in my parents' attic somewhere. If I do, I'll let you know, Carl.
Well, since you say it's up there, I'm going to go up there and rate it. So, Seth, Jennifer, appreciate you joining us today. All right.
Thank you.
Up next, we'll be talking all things Christmas at the White House. You're watching Wake Up America here only on Newsmax. We'll be right back, folks.